What's going on YouTube? Happy Saturday. Beautiful day here at least. But I want to talk about something that I think is important. A lot of you see me on this camera and you think that, hey man, this guy has it together. He's doing the right thing. He has that mindset that I want to get into, but I can't seem to get there. You know, how did this guy get so privileged and I'm not that way? Well, I'm here to tell you today that it wasn't always cake and ice cream for me. You know, and here's the funny thing. Anybody that you see successful today, and when I say successful, I mean their own success, not mommy and daddy handed them money and they just happen to grow up with, you know, with that wealth that will last for a lifetime. Not those people. Self-made people, or people who have been knocked down multiple times and always gotten back up. That's me. I filed bankruptcy in my life. I was spiraling out of control until I had a friend who actually somehow is still my friend to this day. I don't mean why I said somehow, but still my friend to this day, has always challenged me, has never, and this is what I liked about this friend. He had never, ever let me remain in doubt. And what I mean by that is, you know how when you're in that world of negative thoughts and you just come up with these things like, well, the economy's bad, we can't be successful. Or, I'm not smart enough to be in that financial stuff. I don't like reading financial books. He's the type of guy that would always challenge you and ask why. And it will piss you off sometimes because you don't want to ask why. You just want to make that statement and believe it to be true. Like I just read a comment from one of my subscribers, how he's saying, you know, you're not preparing yourself for the economic collapse and stuff like that. And you know what's so funny? When is it going to happen? I mean, come on already. Bring the picket signs. Let us bring the guns so we can have a shootout and kill each other, because everybody's going to start robbing and looting and all these other things. You know, George Title is a guy who's defeated. He's tired of talking about it because it's never happened. George Title used to go out in the freaking desert and train for this stuff, whatever, and that ended up with doctor visits and now he's just like this health guy, which is, I have nothing against the guy, but I'm just saying he's defeated. He's tired of talking about things that are not going, the negative things take over. But see, here was my problem. My problem was, I used to talk, this is why I don't have no patience from people who talk. I used to talk about everything I was going to do. We used to sit around and talk about those conversations of being successful and all that other stuff. I used to talk about it. But there was one thing that was missing back in those days. Action. I just woke up one day and said, you know, Abdul, you're doing all this talking about what you want to be. You got the goal, but are you moving toward that goal? And the answer was no. I was buying the things. I was always shopping in the malls and trying to wear the fancy clothes to look like I was successful, but I wasn't. So one day I had to look myself in the mirror and basically say, Abdul, if you want this, you got to get it. You got to move toward it. You can't be afraid of work. Instead of working 5 days a week, you need to work 7 days a week. You need to get this done. You need to educate yourself. Read books. Which at that time was kind of hard for me because I had ADD and reading gave me a headache. But for some reason, when I started peeling the pages back of finance, something happened, something clicked. I found out that I love finance. Not only do I love finance, I'm addicted to finance. I have actually found my calling in life. I get an orgasm when I talk about finance and I read financial books. And I know that sounds a little weird for you guys, but just go along with me on this one. Some things, some people read about plants. Some people read about working out. Some people do all these things. But that right there, being introduced to that financial world, that knowledge of people transforming themselves from literally nothing, who came from impoverished backgrounds and didn't have much, to turning themselves into dynamic human beings. I love everything about it. I loved it. And I'm moving in that direction to have a career one day in this. Let me stop. I just said the word career. I'm sorry. I didn't mean career. I don't like that word. Business into that. And I'm behind the scenes and I'm getting some stuff in place to have that taken care of along with my business now. But I just want to share that, guys. Don't think that you're looking at a guy that just woke up since high school and had it all together in high school and had it all together. No. The average millionaire has failed 17 to 18 times before they struck it big. So if you're failing right now, you're on that path. At least you're trying. Those that don't try, don't fail. If you don't try and you don't fail, you won't see success. You only see people who are successful. So, with that said, guys, thank you guys for watching this channel. Please subscribe. And until next time, signing off.